Yes, Alai, ladies and gentlemen. Nasty Nate here. You might be wondering, Nasty Nate, why so disheveled? It's because showers are for winners. Haven't been showering because of the Cyclones. Haven't been winning, and we're getting down to it, folks. Final push here as I mainline coffee here, because again, can't wake myself up with showers. Did not go how we wanted to, folks, against the Warriors. 1 point to like 6-1. Not good. And now we're on our last legs. All right. Down 9 points, only 24 points remaining. Honestly, that's tough. We got to get like 20 of those 24. And even so doing, that's like leaves it that the other people have to get less than half of their remaining points. So it's a tough road, but this team, you never give up when there's points remaining. You fight and you battle. And that's what the Devils have been doing, folks. They've been fighting and battling. They're up to 36 points. They might not end the season as the worst team in the league, but not if the Cyclones rally. And folks, we've got a guest for you today. Finally have on our first Cyclone of the season, the newest addition, our Division 6 team member, Roque. We're going to get to him. But first, let's break down the action in Alai that's happened so far this week. So, earlier this week, we had playing in our Monday match. What's going on here? There we go. Monday, Chargers, Devils. Chargers took care of business. So Devils came back down a little bit to earth, which good for the Cyclones. Otherwise, they would have passed us. Sorry, I'm still struggling with a cough that will not go away. But Alex has been playing a little bit better for the Devils. That's led to some of their improvement. And Iturbide and Benny, big win against Jairo and Urbieta, and doing it in straight sets. 6-0. Jairo and Urbieta getting 6-0'd. Huge performance out of this Charger team that honestly, as of late, has come on strong. I've talked a little bit of trash at the Chargers. Now I got to say, much respect, Chargers. I see you. Even though your hands are soft, El Barba. Soft like a baby's bottom. Because you keep them in those gloves. Soft. That might be your undoing. If you're in the championship, if you make it to the championship, I better not see any oven mitts on any player's hands. Or I want to see them on all of them. That's the case, Chargers. If you make the championship, either everybody wears the oven mitts or nobody wears the oven mitts. Otherwise, it's going to be bad luck. So Chargers really coming on strong here at the end of the season. Like, they're only 3.5 points away from the Renegades, although Renegades have a game day still extra on top of that. So Renegades do seem secure, but they've been fading a little bit. Other game day matchup of the week. Tuesday, Renegades, Warriors. Warriors won 5-3. That's tough break for Cyclones. Kind of needed the Renegades to take that one to help us out. Didn't go our way. And now Warriors play the Devils. We're kind of in this catch-22 situation. I guess we still have the 1 point on the Devils, but we need the Devils to keep the Warriors down because that's one of the teams we're trying to catch. But honestly, did can we even catch the Warriors? It's the fireballs that are now within reach. So I'm all over the place. I think Warriors, I don't know if we're going to be able to catch them because we're 9 points of the fireballs, but Warriors are 14.5 with 51.5. Again, we do have that extra game day in hand, so we got to do better than 5. There's our marker. If we want to start catching them, Cyclones have to come away with more than 5 to make up ground. Massive, huge. So, can they do it? Playing Go Cherry, and guess what? Division 1 players, they're playing Manu, Go Cherry. I went back, ground tape, rewatched the Manu Go Cherry matchup. Man, Manu played pretty well. He made some great shots there, and the question is just when those two play, it's like, can Manu fake out Go Cherry enough with his shot selection? If he can, then Manu's got him. But if Go Cherry catches or reads one of Manu's shots, it usually ends up pretty quickly in a kill shot for Manu, because he's catching it in a position where he's got a lot of opportunities, and it's tough for Manu in a singles match to cover as much of the court as Go Cherry can. So it's, can Go Cherry get those shots, or can Manu get those shots? Need you, Manu. Got to get those shots. Correa and Flores, got to have it. Bueno, Roque, got to make up for the loss last week. Need this. Again, Correa and Flores almost beat him last time, but an incredible rally. We need a straight set win from your boys. Straight set. Arats, Amigarena. I believe in you. All right. I know your last singles match didn't go great. We were laying prostrate or prone on the floor, whatever word you're looking for, slumped over because you were working hard and the balls weren't breaking your way. They're going to break your way on Friday. The balls will break, and Arats will be the one on the ground. Let's go, Amigarena. Then we have Ben versus Ron. Oh, come on. Ron's back. Let's go. We got to run this. Although, disappointed that we're only going to see Ron once. He's back healthy, and we're only going to get him in one singles versus Ben. Got to have it. That's points, right? So right now you're looking at that. Manu, Go Cherry, obviously that's favoring the Renegades, but not out of the question that Manu can do it. Correa Flores versus Bueno Roque, feel good about that one. So if things go our way and we 2.5 Arats Amigarena, we could drop that one. Again, feel like that favors Arats. No biggie. Ron, Ben, gotta have it. Ron's gotta take down Ben. Bueno and Manu, gotta have it versus Goenaga and Arats. Bueno and Manu, you've been together long enough. You gotta have it. Manu, throw shots. Throw them. I want people's minds blown, all right? And then Go Cherry and Ben versus Ferranda and Amigarena. Man, this team, Ferranda and Amigarena, they've battled when they have been out there, but they have not won a match. They're 0-6 on the season, but only a negative 20 point difference, right? For no wins and only negative 20, like they're close matches. Is this the one? We gotta have it. You can't get blanked on the season, all right? Gotta have it. And with that, we gotta get into what is the mindset of Clone Cartel and the Cyclones. Let's get to our interview with Roque right now. God bless Alai, Daryl.
God bless Alai.
Welcome, sir. Glad to have our first member of the Cyclones on the podcast for season 6. And I'm going to start in an interesting place. Yes, whoosh, whoosh, of course. Thank you for you're a Cyclone lifer because of that comment. It's taken the Clone Cartel by storm. Whoosh, whoosh. It's going to be here for as long as the Cyclones are around. How how did you coin that phrase? What brought
Well,
it about?
well, well, I transferred it from, I went to the U, of course, University of Miami, and because we're canes, hurricanes. There's a saying that we say, we got some canes over here, whoosh, whoosh. We got some canes over here, whoosh, whoosh. So, hey, it's cyclones. We got some clones over here, whoosh, whoosh. Gotta bring it into the clones,
So
into that.
it has its foundings in local Miami hurricanes. So good to know. You and Bueno, I think arguably are our strongest team this season for the Cyclones. What has it been like for the two of you this season as partners?
It's been great because of both of us have sons that both of us are sons actually playing baseball also. We talk about baseball all the time. His second love to highlight is baseball. He grew up down here in South Florida playing baseball as well. And we get to talk about that those things all the time. And we have the same terminology when we're talking on the court. We're actually talking baseball talk. That's how we communicate to each other. We're asking, hey, he asked me how the ball feels. One, two, or three. It's roughly one is a fastball, two is a curveball, three is a changeup, or two is a slider, and three is a changeup. So one is the ball is hot, so it's going to go really fast. Two is this medium, and three is this is at its slowest, it's cold. Uh, and and we so we have that kind of just a baseball type of mentality. When we are talking to each other, helping each other, coaching each other, we see when we get tired or something like that, I'm telling him, hey, rotate your hips around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at me before you throw the ball. That's same terminology a little bit in baseball, just keeping your balance together. He tells me, hey, stop being uh, whatever, a cat, and throw through the wall. Is
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same thing that I did when I was pitching. Whenever you're having a hard time pitching and you're trying to hit a target, you're not supposed to try to hit the target. You're supposed to throw through that target. So that's when I start to actually throwing the ball better and hitting my spots better. And so we tend to be communicating in that level. That's probably we communicate. When we're not communicating, that's when we start slacking off, which is what ended up happening in our last match a little bit. We went back from communicating.
So is Bueno like communicating those things to you like during the serve, like letting you know like what type of serve he's gonna be like throwing?
No, no, we're not communicating. Oh, every once in a while he will give me a heads up on what he's planning on doing. But majority of the times, I'm just paying attention to what he's doing because sometimes yeah, you get in a rhythm and you bounce the ball, he gets a little excited, he might bounce the ball a different way. He's not able to actually throw the ball exactly the same exact way that he wants to uh that he's planning on going. So he's hitting his spots. He's hitting his spots on the sidewall. And I'm just trying to react and read whether how it hits on the front wall, if the front quarter for the
Mm-hmm.
opposing might actually have a chance on getting it if I need to go ahead and step forward or retreat a little bit.
Okay. So you mentioned you have like a baseball background. How did you get involved in the sport of highlight?
Well, there's quite a few of us that ended up started off with just an email that we got from Scott. Actually, mm, it originated started from Scott, and then it actually came from uh, Rick Rimmer, who is actually in charge of the alumni athletics at University of Miami. So they actually send an email over to former athletes over the last 20 years. And the first time I saw the email, I said, all right, this is a gimmick. Somebody got a hold of Rick's email and are something happened. So I'm not going to open this. I'm not going to follow through with it. But then and that was like November of 2017. Like a week later, I saw another email. But I did not the first time I did not re scroll all the way down. I just saw that like, hey, are you interested in playing a new sport? Prize winnings $300,000 plus. And I was like, this sounds too good to be true. I was like, no, it's not. Not real. But then the second time I actually
Hmm.
scrolled down, saw Rick Rimmer's name, and I said, hey, Rick. And I called him up. I said, hey, did somebody hack your email or something? Because well, it looks like it's coming straight from University of Miami. Uh, and uh, no, he said like, no. Give them a call up. Give Dan Licciardi, give those guys a call up. And and I ended up called, and then later that week I met up with Juan Aracete, who's our player manager, and did a little workout. He just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to die running around the court. And then January 2018 comes up. I get a Cesta and try and start learning from there. I had no idea how to tie the thing on. I'd seen highlight
Hmm.
my from Miami Vice back in the day, and that was one of my brother and I are one of our favorite shows watching. And I did not so I had no idea what highlight was totally. And but so I did not know how to tie the cesta on. I did not know what it was called. I just said this banana basket little thing. And then where's the string at to tie it on, which is called the centa. And Stu was actually meeting Dan Licciardi that weekend over at where this smaller location in North Miami, where we were those of us that had signed on were going to learn how to play the
Hmm.
game. And myself and another guy, Jason Liss, we actually had other jobs. I was actually teaching middle and high school at the time, so I could not work out through the middle of the week. I could only work out on weekends. And also, I was a high school baseball coach as
Oh,
well.
full schedule. Pay the teachers. I'm an
Exactly.
elementary school teacher myself.
Oh yes, yes, and so I was like, all right, I can find a way to work out the schedule, especially when they said that we're starting up in July, July of 2018. I was like, all right, it's going to start off during the summer. I can kind of do this, and but I had no. But Stu was getting back to it. Stu was actually there meeting up with Dan, and that's when he actually got signed on also because he ended up being my first coach because
Uh
he's
huh.
like over here fumbling around with the Cesta and Centa trying to figure out how to put it on. He said, "What is this guy doing?" He's like, "Hey, like, give me a second. Let me help this guy out." And he
Hmm.
helped tie the Centa on, and that's how roughly both of us actually got into it. So he
Oh.
was my first coach.
So Stu Nyman, the like announcer Stu. Oh wow. So he's not just an announcer. He has a
Like,
history as a player.
not as a professional player, he has a more of a history as a professional announcer, but
Okay.
he original places that were teaching highlight back in the 70s, 80s. It's called Urbeas. They
Hmm.
went to that school to learn how to play highlight.
Okay.
And
Did not know that. I'm gonna throw something out here, and I want to see what what your thought is on it. What your reaction is it to? What if I told you right now there's 3 game days left, 24 points remaining. Cyclones 37 points, Devils 36. Um, like 9 points out, I think, of the playoffs here behind the Fireballs. They've got an extra point in hand. What if I told you that this moment in our season was rock bottom? What what would your reaction be to saying this is the Cyclones rock bottom moment? What's your thoughts? What are you feeling if you hear that?
no, that everything is up from here. Everything's up from here because you are right. I've been thinking about that as well, and I think now or Friday is going to be the first time we're back to 100% because we have Ron in the program. We have
Mm-hmm.
him back in, He's been feeling a little iffy, but I think he practiced along with Ferranda today, and so that's all on the up and up. So back, if everybody thinks of it, when we were 100%, where were we? We were the number one team.
Mm-hmm.
100%. We were the number one team. When everybody started getting hurt, there were three of us went down. There was only three of us that were left that were 100%. And and we've been holding the fort. And even Manu had a moment where he actually got a little injured, and there was actually only Bueno and myself were the only ones that were at 100%. But just think of all of that of through all of that, and now we're back to 100%. Yes, no, the Devils are coming up a little bit, but now we're back to 100%. We're gonna finish off on a tear. And I think that yes, you said rock bottom. Everything's up from here. And I was also looking at things over the excuse me. We didn't. If you look at the history of all the seasons, you don't want to start off at the top. You don't want to be at the top right now because all of the teams that have won the championship have at one point in time been at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom.
It's true. First season, Cyclones, they were at the bottom, then made a huge rally and won the first championship. Started at the bottom, made it to the top, right? And now we that's where we find ourselves. We're close to
Exactly.
that.
I'm thinking like, hey, the Devils and us Cyclones, we're gonna probably get that third and fourth spot, and both of us will probably see each other in the championship. That's what I'm seeing.
I mean, I your mindset is right where I was going with that. We're this is our rock bottom and it's all up from here. It's not going to be easy, right? But
This is gonna
those
be up. We're loose because we have nothing to lose. We have everything to gain.
exactly. And if you've been paying attention, I was hyping up the Renegades a little bit. Had Bleckman on. I asked him, are they going to set the record for most points in a season? They've kind of fallen off a little bit since then. You might be onto something. Renegades have looked a little bit weaker here, and we have our a big Friday matchup against them this Friday. What's it like Friday night at the Fronton?
Friday night is you hear about the stories of Friday Night Lights, the high
Mm-hmm.
school Texas. That's what's going on over at Magic City. With it's if you see things in the daytime, days that we're not allowed to have people come in, it seems a little dead. But you only hear us players shouting out and everything during the Friday nights, you can't hear us on the court yelling to each other at all, because the people out in the stands are just enjoying themselves. And you have the DJ out there. You have different celebrities that come here and there. Glenn Rice was I believe was there this past weekend. Dante Paul Culpepper has come out there. You got LT Lawrence Taylor who comes out there. Uh, uh, you have multiple Hernandez brothers, Levon and El Duque Hernandez. They come out there. Um, different facets of different people come out to enjoy. Um, Shoot, Uncle Luke has come out there
Mm-hmm.
to see us play. So so you have a, a live a live audience, and we only get more hype. And then the thing about it, sometimes the audience they're so not so accustomed to being in an enclosed environment, so close, being able to so close to the actual players playing on the field or on the court, that sometimes they're like, "Hey, we need to stay quiet," and we're like, Stop being so quiet. This is not a golf. This is not tennis. You can do whatever you want to. You can yell at us, try to mess us up on the serve, whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, you fans, you guys are betting on us also. I mean, we now have a Hard Rock app now where people can bet on us. I mean, they've been doing testing on that, but officially January, uh, anybody can bet on us on the Hard Rock app. That's a big thing right now.
Yeah,
So
and I mean every season, it feels like the game is growing, partnerships, right? Those, I mean, I'm in California and I've been to one Friday night fronton and it was early, and I can tell you they've added a lot since then. But it was still there's a good vibe for the Friday night fronton, especially when the Levitard show is there. There's a noticeable difference as a person who watches on, watch Highlight, YouTube, all the places where you can get it. You can tell a Friday night fronton when the Levitard show crew is there. Clone Cartel is strong, but every season there's been like these little tweaks and changes. This season, what was a big change? Your Division 5 and Division 6 players have to be a team, right? I love that change because I've thought it added a lot of balance to the league now where, it's not just about having the best one or best two. Like, you have to have a strong 5 and 6 because that's one of your guaranteed teams. Love that change. I'm gonna put another change by you. Here's something I think they need to add for next season here. They need a so we have points remaining, right? They need to add a week that after all the points remaining are gone, last place team gets to choose their matchup. Then second to last chooses their matchup. The other two teams, they go head to head. And what it is 8 points on the line. If you win a point, it takes it away from the team you're playing against. So it's like,
Oh, so you add a point and take it away from the other team, so they lose. Yeah. So it gives everybody a chance.
mm-hmm.
It is something. But there are some new things that are changing for the upcoming season, the 2025. I uh I don't know if I'm at liberty to say it, so I'm not gonna get in trouble. But there are a few changes that are changing in regards to the stature and how we play the game, or how everybody levels up.
Excellent.
So
I love hearing that changes are coming. One change that definitely needs to happen is that schedule. I feel like we kind of got the raw end of the stick, or however the phrase goes. They did not help us out with the schedule this season. Only 3 Friday night game days, and we have 2 of these Friday afternoon game days, which impacts us because Manu is not there. Like, what is the team's feelings on how we've been scheduled this season?
um we uh, we just unfortunately we just have to roll with the punches. But we end up making the best out of it. And we're trying to make the best out of it. Uh, so uh, so we take it sometimes when things come at us a certain way. We say like, all right, you really want us at this point? You want to try to back us into a corner? Okay, bet. Bring it on. We're coming right after you. Especially Bueno. Bueno is
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, try try to back me up in a corner. Come on, I dare you to back me up in the corner. And we just go after that. After that, then you have Manu. He's the French guy. He's just like, oh la la. He's just very relaxed on every moment.
Oh, look,
He
look. Manu has a little bit of fire in him because I create these reels and stories, and let me tell you, who comments and sends me a message back? Manu, with a little bit
Yeah.
of a comment of like, you should talk about this, and I'm like, I feel you, Manu. I agree with you 100%. So he maybe has a little laissez-faire, but there's also that competitor there.
Outside his cover is hiding what's really that fire inside.
Absolutely. Um,
Yeah.
so big matchup this Friday. What do you think? What's the most important thing the Cyclones need to do to come away with a game day win? Not a lot of points left. Can't we have to get we need 3 game day wins to make this comeback happen. So what do we got to do Friday?
Right. We just need to take our time, and not rush in our moments. Not rush in our moments. When we have that moment to get a kill shot, go ahead and take it, but do not rush that throw. If we take our time throwing that kill shot, or take our time throwing the throw back to our opponents, even if they are there. If we maximize and hit our spots, just like I'm saying in baseball, if you make that pitch, make your pitch,
Mm-hmm.
it's have to they still have to find a way to hit it, swing and hit it. So if we make our pitch and capitalize on where we're throwing the ball and the moments that we're doing it, they still have to find a way to hit it or to catch the ball. And we and that's what, we're going to be able to capitalize on that. And we stick with each other. Just keep on communicating. And communication is the second thing. Just I pay attention to how Amigo Reno talks to his partners and Manu as well. And unfortunately, the last time we are Manu, we were trying to be Manu, but Manu is that's what shows that's the reason why he's our number one.
Absolutely.
When he's missing, we were all at a miss on that last week. But he's back with us now. There's nothing holding him from being there Friday night, and we are Manu, we are Cyclones.
100% whoosh whoosh. So,
Woo, out.
final little bit here. I have some like fill in the blank quick questions here that I do with every guest I've had on this season. So first fill in the blank here. You can complete it with a word or complete the sentence. Highlight is blank.
Alai is Alai is a way of life. Is Alai is Miami.
Mm,
Yeah, because 100 years ago it started down here. So this is part of and is it is and everything that you do in Miami is a hustle. So you're hustling on the court, hustling to get that ball. Every time that we win a point, it's roughly like an extra. Bueno says, hey, these guys are our opponents. They're trying to take this money out of our pockets. It's already our money. They're trying to take it from us. No, let's not take it.
that's right. The best player in Battle Court is blank.
Oh wow. Uh, the best player in Battle Court. Uh, the best player in Battle Court is the is the is crazy. Is the craziest. So and I and unfortunately he's right now. He's not on the end. He's not able to play. But the best player that is out here in Battle Court, as long as he's able to keep himself under control, is forever Cyclone Carballo.
Oh wow. Look at that answer right there. If he's I mean, there's been electric when he's on it, absolutely.
Before the Devils came into play, I called him the Tasmanian Devil. He's like blah 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 blah. So he's going out there and handling everything. He's perfect Cyclone because the way he spins around and everything that he does. He brings the Miami baseball style to Alai.
Absolutely. The best part of Battle Court Highlight is blank.
Cyclones holding that trophy at the end of the year.
So then I guess the Cyclones this season will blank.
We'll win. We'll win it all.
I like it. I like it. My favorite owner is blank.
Is a is a redhead, red beard.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. But yes, but favorite owner is not afraid to show his colors.
100%. Absolutely. Rock, best of luck this Friday. Go get 'em. Go Clones.
Go clones. Whoosh whoosh.
Thank you, Rock, for joining us. And a little epilogue here. Rock actually sent me a message after the episode, said he thought a little bit more about the sport of highlight. And I read his message, I liked it, and I thought I'd add it here because I agree with him. Rock said this: highlight is an old traditional sport from Spain, just as baseball is an old traditional sport of America. Can be boring and long, but our new style of battle court has high energy and faster pace, just as the new rules in baseball speed up the game. These new rules slash style make these pastime sports more gratifying to watch for the spectators. And that's what I like about Battle Court. I've actually watched Alai in other places. I scouted, it's not Florida, Lopez. I watched some Lopez matches, people, and just for fun a while ago if you listen to God Bless Alai, when I was joking about scouting people, I watched some stuff over in like France or whatever, like Saint Jean, or I can't remember it. All right, I did do scouting, folks. I watched some matches there. Battle Court is more exciting. I do like the changes. I like the smaller court. I like the team play. And I like the Cyclones this Friday to win big. Whoosh, whoosh. God bless Alai, ladies and gentlemen.